We are live. So what's going on here? For some reason, we're not getting the. We are not getting the good. Let's see here. I think we're on mute. Bloomberg.
HSBC do the same.
Yeah, perfect. So we are going live right now. It is our second stream of the day, and we are going to jump on a live stream of a session by practice.do, and I'm just going to open up Crowdcast here. And normally we'd be coming on again at 5 o'clock Pacific or Eastern Standard Time, because we want to tune in for the Emily Chang Bloomberg technology session that is usually scheduled. Emily's usually having a 30-minute Bloomberg technology report on everything that's related to Bloomberg in tech for the day. And but what we're going to do before then is I'm going to stop sharing the Bloomberg screen and share our fireside chat with Brian Wang is coming up. This is a event that will be let's see here, supported by practice.do. So we practice.do, and so we can share that screen as well. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just share the Chrome tab. If I can share the window, might make it a little bit easier here. So I actually gotta get out of that. And let's see. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So we have we've got the Streamline Coaching company. Actually, Tony Robbins invested in them, as well as Andrew Wilkinson from Tiny Capital. And they're doing well. They've raised $10 million. Andreessen Horowitz also led in them. They're an online coaching business, and they're doing fairly well. I'm going to go back here and create a little ticker for those that are joining us. They want to know what's going on. We're going to be joining online very quickly here. A fireside chat with Brian Wang. Let's put that up there. Perfect. And we're still sharing our screen. So practice.do, and we add that to the ticker as well. Perfect. So with that being said, let's switch gears here and see if we can go to the fireside chat, which is hosted by crowdcast.io. And let's see whether they're going to let us in. It's 5 minutes to, but let me see if I can get in earlier. Email me and log in. Excellent. Of course, I've got to go to my other screen here, and let me sign in here. About 5 minutes here before this goes live. So we're going to move from that Bloomberg piece as we were just kind of getting set up for this fireside chat with Brian Wang. We'll switch to that, and we're still simply waiting right now. So I'm just going to switch back to the Bloomberg piece for those that are kind of wanting to know what's going on in today's news. We've got the Bloomberg live stream happening, and we'll just kind of keep that on until we've got the go sign that Brian is ready to speak. So we're going to go live now to the fireside chat with Brian Wang, and we have looks like we've got a few folks that are joining in here to introduce Brian from the Practice Do team. I think Julian, who's the CEO and founder of Practice.do, is on here as well. So we'll turn that up right now.
Thanks everyone for joining. Super excited to have today. Today again, we have opportunity for questions at the very end. So if you have questions, there's a little feature down at the bottom where you can ask Q&A. We'll gather all the questions and then ask those at the very end. So we'd love to hear from you and get rolling. I'm going to hand it off to Julie. track the natural progression of your own fitness in terms of like giving you metaphors, just treating it like it is all life. And as from an entrepreneurial perspective, I was a founder CEO, ran down for about 5 years. If something to think about that, you start and such a training, such a it is a big pressure cooker. Right? It really forces you to learn so much of your own relationship. thereby, how they show up, content, patterns, all of it. So that's a kind of hard to explain. I think this question around like how do you legitimize yourself? Something about like yeah, that's one thing, right? Now going into that comes down to when I right? That's really all it is. I mean, yeah. You know, so it's not that much of a competition. So much of opening up. So I think so much of like my own founders so I think that's part of what I'm doing. I built those services. So I can kind of cut right. That's interesting. You know, I was watching these other on the website. That is the video that and talking about So that might be right. Yeah. So even if it's like, even if it's that might not necessarily tell them, you know, it never told them. That's okay because what I'm convinced to is helping. Not yeah. And it just goes back to what I think that is a subject. It's like how for some develop ideas that didn't develop I think all of those things apply. Yeah, confidence. I would say, yeah, an ability to be responsible. It's take responsibility for that. Tolerate what I get a lot of those. More of actually that part of it. Get your tolerance there. Might actually find something people can live for. So, again, it goes back to why this is pretty weapon. It might not be it certainly is something that I just don't sure that they're not killing that have been it's like immediately goes there. The struggle is I want to bring my family. Like they're asking me, well, I can't find that. Yeah, I guess that remember feeling like I don't feel very
So I just wanted to note that it's about 4:36. We're coming up on the almost close to 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to switch to Bloomberg. So anybody that's been watching to date, when we marketed this, this is a interview with Brian Wang, who is a executive coach, and he's being interviewed by Julian, the founder of Practice.do, a online coaching platform which has raised money from Andreessen Horowitz and the legendary Tony Robbins, who has been a coach probably to all of us for 20 years and more. So essentially, this interview is a breakdown of Brian's process as a coach. What you're learning from this is how to build a coaching practice, what the billing cycle looks like, questions, concerns that coaches have internally when coaching others. Coaching kind of blew up over the course of the last probably 32 months, thanks to COVID, thanks to shifts in the market. The culture of startups has not been too focused since the beginning of kind of the Silicon Valley on mental health. We saw that become a really core, important component for employees and staff and founders and venture capitalists over the last probably 32 months, 3 years or so. So we've seen the coaching explode. We've seen many companies like clientsondemand.com, a great coaching company, build a service to help coaches. And of course, Julian, a former CEO himself, has raised a significant amount of money for a company called Breather out of Montreal. I think they raised 150 million. He ended up starting Practice.do after coaching, getting coached, and seeing an opportunity here. So these sessions, these fireside chats that Practice.do produce are monthly. You can find them on Practice.do if you sign up. We're not an affiliate of them. We have signed up to try and use their service. One of my companies has looked to try and use their service in the past, and it's a well built out platform. They're constantly adding new feature sets. They get back to you pretty quickly. And for anybody that's just interested in coaching, sharing their experience in real time, which is really what this whole live stream exercise experiment is all about, which is trying to be live. Right now, I don't have any viewers, but I expect that as we continue to build content, as Gary Vee would say, content, we are going to maybe go back and change the thumbnails and see if we can get some more views. But it's all about creating content of value. For me, again, the Jason Carvalho show, we might rename it to something else, is focused on space, finance, and startups. And under the startups category, we have coaching as a core component of that. So I'll pass it back to the session here and see what they're getting back into. But we are most likely going to kind of have a hard stop 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and shift over to see what's happening in the markets via Bloomberg Live TV.
I remember this, it was at the time when I was trying to working at 5 at startup, and when the germ of the idea cooking into my mind, I knew that I had to act on it. I knew I needed to see for myself this is something that was really exciting for me. And so I just kind of started to experiment with coaching with some early clients while still working at PM. And I think that to a certain point where I had maybe 5 clients that I was working with on the side as I was still working on my full-time job. And I was having these calls in the early morning before my workday started, and kind of like in sort of like this clandestine way at the office. I would like go early into the office, no one else was around. I was both having these calls, and then I would kind of go off for the rest of the day. And just the contrast was just so clear, like how much the work excited and what I was doing as a college venture. It was so obvious to me that this is what I ought to be doing. So when I noticed that conviction, it like I already had a timeline in mind of like when I was like kind of going full time, but it actually just accelerated my and then just like, all right, I'm move, I told my boss, move, you know, I just kind of went for it. The second question, like, I love this question about like, what do you love about your client? What do you seek in client love? It's sort of funny. I actually in my sort of my CRM clients, like I actually have a column like that, a chart column.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like a scale of 1 to 10, how much I love this person. And I sort of one of my goals is to make sure that my average party rate across everybody is at least the 7. If it's below that, and so like I think it's hard to comment generally because every client is different. You know, I think that what I've found in myself, the thing that I really found myself loving sort of like their own humanness is whether or not I can sense deep care, right?
Okay.
And I see in this person someone who really cares. There's some qualities associated with that, right? Generosity, empathy, and so on and so forth. But I think when I notice care in my clients, that really lights me up. And I think the other quality that I love to see in my clients is curiosity. Right? And I notice their innate curiosity. That feeds
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you for it's. I do have a. I don't know. I'm just troubled by like, you know, we have never, strictly speaking, had a conversation around moving forward, even though we've been in the same ecosystem in a bunch of different places. I'm really happy that we got a chance to learn a little bit. Jeremy has a number of different questions. Typically at this stage, we'll see if he's able to pop back in again. Otherwise, we'll have to ask him questions.
Right.
Can he do it? There
All
he
right.
is.
There he is. It worked.
It did work. I'm back. First off, thanks everyone for asking questions. Go back to the beginning of what you said. But when you made a point, you said self-care. What was that? Was there anything happening that got you to that? Or was it just
Yeah. So I would point to actually two things. One was a little bit more of a right? Like impact yourself on something. I think basically when I decided I was going to do my job, all right, I am a by that point I already been and I already presented myself. Hey, I'm a founder, you know, in sort of like this. But it wasn't until like I had decided on going for the job that I think that was really sink in. And then there was just an external thing too. Like there was a little bit of like a kind of like a elevator where after I left my job, I written a long Twitter thread around like you know that joke, like, some person will do this, right? Like people will do that. I don't think I said some person will do this, but I basically hey, letting you all know this is what I'm doing. And here's kind of sense of what it is, but also that was sort of like where just from that alone, that also then brought it. Like several years ago. Yeah, but it's really that out there.
so at that time, you were fine. Yeah, just to answer the question directly, that moment didn't like kind of build a ton of it, but it did help. I think I recall slowly led into over time. And kind of bringing them to present now, I would say, Twitter represents a far less important kind of channel for clients and investors. Nowadays, it's kind of mostly I'm very sort of ooh, love that question. That's right. One thing I see a lot of I don't think it's bad anytime to say, but I question ROI. But I don't know if it's necessarily big. I got my start very private through a number of books. I think top love the concept of I think they have a lot of I think one thing that I do a lot of that. Talk about that. If you're a new coach, how do you find well, in my experience, I think coaches are pretty open to cold outreach and have conversations. Um, so, like, if I were advising a new coach, I would say, send an email. Don't be afraid. And just ask for, an hour of time. And I think that the more relationship the more start getting now, in terms of actually having my experience it does require you to actually want to move towards that and put it together, right? It requires inviting others to pay for it. And so I think in that sense, like it's very clear. It's a basic fundamental. It's important. But yeah, I think so long as you can trust that you have something to offer to someone else, and you're in the spirit of learning. In my experience, coaches tend to be pretty receptive to that sort of thing. So I think all it takes is just to ask. Yeah, that's great.
Hello?
Here's one.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
You want pizza?
You can order it. I'm just on a live stream right now, so
Oh. Okay.
that's fine. It's just something that's going on. I'm not like live. I'm not
Oh,
live.
okay.
The live stream is just
craving
live.
pizza. Would you eat some if I ordered it?
Which one?
I'm craving pizza. Would you eat some if I ordered it?
Yeah, just order a cost-effective amount that we're, if we're gonna order it, let's make sure we eat all of it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
So we are wrapping that up. So there are a few things that are mentioned here. This last bit of this segment was just A plus. She was getting into the nitty gritty of questions. Really, a lot of specifics there. We'll try and leave some of the URLs that were mentioned by Brian in the show notes below. We did see IPE coaching, coachesrising.com. The book that was mentioned is Prosperous Coach, The Prosperous Coach. You can get that in Audible as an Audible book, or you can obviously buy it online through Amazon. Prosperous Coach. So big shout out to Julian and the team over at Practice.do for setting this up. Big shout out to Brian for firing that up. And it looks like they're kind of closing that off, and we're going to switch over now to what we have here with Bloomberg, and hopefully Emily's show is going to be starting here in a few minutes. We'll see if they're going to switch over. We'll get that set up. So if you've been tuning in, we just finished watching a fireside chat put on by Practice.do, which is done monthly. I don't remember if it's bi-weekly or not, but we had Brian Wong at Brian M. Wong on Twitter. A lot of coaching advice that he gave was pretty dead on. I'd say if you just tuned in and you want to kind of fast forward, we're kind of on hour and 10 minutes. So maybe getting to minute 40 to kind of get into the meat of what he was saying might be of value. And if you are a new coach, if you are an executive and you're trying to figure out how to coach your staff, this is a really important talking point for startups, which founders don't really get into because they're too busy running their companies. But coaching is a really, really important part of being a great manager and executive, as far as I'm concerned. So if you do want to become more into the process, you want to become a better coach, you want to actually become a professional coach, please look at ipecoaching.com, ipeccoaching.com, and or coachesrising.com, and also get the book, The Prosperous Coach. So again, we'll have that in the show notes below. And for Brian, he said that the majority of his coaching business comes now from leads, and he tries to ensure that he gets a minimum 6-month engagement, which obviously helps him in trying to financially model out his coaching business. So with that being said, I'm going to push it to Bloomberg Live here and see if we switch over to Emily Chang's show. In the meantime, I'm going to get set up on my end, and thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes here to talk through and overlay my comments on Tech Today, the Bloomberg Technology Show, talking about what's going on in today's technology companies. We also have a significant amount of earnings reports that are happening this week. We'll get into that in a bit as well. Thank you.
Okay, so you just won the $50 million
We're just logging in here. I'm just grabbing the login for this service to make sure that we are when we go live. If you can watch Bloomberg live TV anytime. Actually, they give you a certain amount of time. If you're on Apple TV, you have the ability to watch it quite regularly. There's no limit on Apple TV. Not to my knowledge, I don't believe I'm signed in either. But if you're online for whatever reason, they give you a limit of the amount of time that you're able to watch. So, so I've essentially paid a subscription for this Bloomberg Live TV service. If you Google Bloomberg Live TV and you're looking for some type of discount, I think they've got an offer for 3 months where they charge $4 a month, which is pretty decent. And after that, I think it's $29.95 or $39.95 or something to that effect. So I'm the type of individual that has Bloomberg on in my home office consistently on the big screen, just to keep track of the markets. And a big component of trying to maintain relevant when creating content was to be able to do this and have live content and discussing kind of live subjects as we're kind of building out the content for this show. So everything here is an experiment. Right now I've got 0 viewers, but we're expecting that as we push this content through TikTok and through our newsletter, we're going to have people kind of show up on a regular basis, really start to follow us, who are interested in hearing commentary, intelligent commentary, commentary from operators who are veterans of building companies that have significant revenue, have significant longevity, and have made a significant amount of people wealthy from being able to hit their goals. This show is not interested in talking about hype and or the latest and greatest thing that's going to help you make dollars. We're really very much interested in talking about space, finance, and startups, and how you can build and carve out a structure that allows you to become the best person that you can become. Today we featured a half an hour, 45-minute session with Brian Wong, who's an exceptional coach. And this was hosted by Practice.do, the online platform for coaches, which was backed by Andreessen Horowitz and the great Tony Robbins. So now we're moving into the second hour of our live stream show where we're going to be reviewing what is happening in tech today, if this does switch over to the upcoming Emily Chang show. So with that being said, we're going to go back to silence here as I kind of get things set up and turn on the volume for the Bloomberg Live segment. And you can, if you are tuning in, you can continue to watch what happened today, April 27th, in the tech news. So we've got a bit of a systems issue here. We've got Emily Chang's show is actually on Apple TV, which is streaming live over here. But for whatever reason, we didn't realize that the show is not streaming live online, which is really fascinating given that we're paying customers. So we're going to try and figure out what's going on here. Just bear with us while we kind of figure this out. Thanks so much. So we're going to try and switch over here. Got a live stream happening. And we'll see if we can get this set up here. 1 second.
There's no First Amendment caveat for in this case.
So let's talk about a little bit more because we had a very lively debate here on the show yesterday with David Sachs and Tim O'Brien on Bloomberg opinion on this. I want you to take a quick listen to that exchange.
already promised he's going to crack down on bots. And he has expertise at his disposal with mere AI engineers who he can deploy to solve that problem. Actually, can none of it's fake speech. So the first thing it's like, let me finish. When you put bots on Twitter and pretend to be someone you're not, when you basically violate the authenticity requirement, you are basically perpetrating a kind of fraud. That is not free speech. That's fake
So
speech.
we've got definitely need to get a second camera. I'm thinking here we'll have to figure this out. So we're gonna probably cut off this the service for today. Figure out how we can get back onto Bloomberg through being on the Apple TV. Need to figure out technically how to do this. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Once again, this was a live stream with watching Brian Wang, who is executive coach, and he was on a live fireside chat with the founder of Practice.do, Julian, a Canadian entrepreneur who has raised money from Andreessen Horowitz and Tony Robbins for their platform Practice.do. So if you're a coach, you need a platform to kind of work off of in terms of your back end managing your clients. They're the folks to go to. Brian had mentioned some of these URLs. If you are trying to become a coach and want to become more qualified, IPEcoaching.com and coachesrising.com is worth looking at, as well as getting the book Prosperous Coach. So with that being said, we're going to go offline right now. If we do find a way to come back online with also the Bloomberg Emily Chang show to be able to be on this setup, we'll definitely do that. But with that being said, thanks for tuning in. We will see you shortly. Good night and good luck.